6:01, I walked out, saw the rising sun, and I'm drinking
It's just me, nobody else.
whiskey. I saw a tree I've seen 1,000 times, a bird on a branch, and I watched it fly away in the wind. And it hit me. It's a beautiful world, sometimes I don't see so clear. Some days you just breathe, just trying to break even. Sometimes your heart's pounding out of your chest, sometimes it's just beating. Some days you just hold it, what all you been given. And some days you just get by, and some days you're just alive, some days you're living.
We're gonna be in the shade. We're gonna be all in the shade.
Some days you're living. I was walking, got the coffee up. She walked in the kitchen, she always does, in my t-shirt. And it killed me. And I kissed her like it was the first time. She laughed and looked at me like I lost my mind. I said, baby, I love you, can't live without you. I know I don't say it enough. Some days you just breathe, just trying to break even. Sometimes your heart's pounding out of your chest, sometimes it's just beating. Some days you just hold it, what all you been given. Some days you just get by, yeah, some days you just go out, some days you're living like a million. Blues a little bluer up in the sky, your high's a little high, you feel like fire you've been missing. And some days you're living. It's a beautiful world, sometimes I don't see so clear. Some days you start singing, and you don't need a reason. Sometimes when you try, and your eyes ain't even blinking. For all you've been given. Some days you just get by, yeah, some days you're just alive, some days you're living. Some days you're living, yeah, living like you never die. Blues a little bluer up in the sky, your high's a little high, you feel like fire you've been missing. Some days you're living,
If Jason says they were excellent,
some days you're living.
You're checking out Country Workout Radio.
I got a super ride and I really wanna ride you around. And this time of night there ain't no red lights on. We got a good long stretch of road to see how fast this thing will go. With that short on the side looking mighty fine right now. I think I need on this high.
of the water, we were feeling alright. Back down a country road, the girls are always hot and the beer is ice cold. Cadillac, horns on the hood. My buddy Frankie had his dad hook him up good. Girls smile when we roll by. They hop in the back and we cruise to the riverside. Never gonna go, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it right. We were coming alive. Yeah, caught up in a southern sun, barefoot blue jean night. Blue eyes and auburn hair, sitting looking pretty by the fire in a lawn chair. New to town and new to me. Her ruby red lips was sipping on sweet tea. Shot me in the other like a shooting star, so I grabbed a beer and my old guitar. Then we sat around till the break of dawn, howling and singing our favorite song. Never gonna go up, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it, sat around till the break of dawn, howling and singing our favorite song. Never gonna go up, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it right. We were coming alive. Yeah, caught up in a southern sun on a barefoot blue jean night. Whoa, never gonna grow up, never gonna slow down. We were shining like lighters in the dark in the middle of a rock show. We were doing it right. We were coming alive. Yeah, caught up in a southern sun on a barefoot blue jean night.
All right, everybody, welcome in to Bossier Parish here. Dolphins and Cavaliers about to get underway in just a couple of minutes. Playoff time here in Region 14. Bunch of games on the slate today. Dolphins and Cavaliers going to be the first one, and then in the south side, Paris will take on Blinn at 2 o'clock, and then here at 6 o'clock, we will have Tyler and San Jack, and then Warden and Northeast will play at 6 o'clock on the south side. Dolphins, the away team here, the 4 seed, taking on the 1 seed in the first game. Bossier Parish won the north side of the region with a 34-16 record. It was their 19-11 conference record that put them in first place. First time winning the Region 14 North title. Bossier Parish has been pretty good at home, 18-6 record, 12-9 on the road this season. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, 28-24, a 15-20 conference record. Dolphins started the season 13-4, even had an 11-game winning streak, and then went 15-20 the rest of the way in conference. Was able to make it into the playoffs with that victory over Blinn a couple of days ago. They needed 1 victory over Blinn, and they got it in the 3rd game of the 4-game series. Bossier Parish really can swing the bat. A .321 batting average is the highest in the region, and also the highest slugging percentage at .528. The Cavaliers score 8 runs per game. Cavaliers pitching has tossed a 5.07 ERA as a team. Compares to a 4.78 ERA for the Dolphins this season. Dolphins a .276 team batting average, and they score about 6 runs per game. See coaches for both teams out there. Coach Schreiber on the right side and Coach Bobby Gilliam on the left side, talking to the four-man umpiring crew here at Bossier Parish. Some big names for Bossier Parish.
Fans, good afternoon. Welcome to Bossier Parish Community College.
Definitely going to want to listen out for Dylan Biddick. Great numbers for him this year. Same for Parker Gwynn, Daniel Pinkerton. The entire top of the order has done really good for Bossier Parish. We'll pause for the national anthem and get underway in just a moment.
Support these outstanding student athletes and ask you join us in demonstrating good sportsmanship throughout the tournament. Thank you for being part of this event, and once again, welcome to Bibsy. Now, if you will direct your attention to the pitcher's mound, please join us in welcoming Mr. Patrick Johnson, member of the Louisiana Community and Technical College System Board of Supervisors. Mr. Johnson represents Louisiana's 4th Congressional District and is a dedicated advocate for student success, workforce development, and community partnerships across our state. Let's give a warm round of applause as Mr. Patrick Johnson delivers the ceremonial first pitch. Right down the middle. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for being with us today and for your continued support of our students, colleges, and the communities we serve. We'll first meet the starting lineup for the Dolphins of Alvin Community College. Leading off and playing right field, number 12, Alex Guajardo. Batting second and playing left field, number 2, Chris Chavez. Batting third, the center fielder, number 8, Cade Baker. Batting cleanup at first base, number 37, Caden Miller. Batting fifth at third base, number 3, Tanner Merrick. Batting sixth, doing the catching, number 13, Dayton Ramirez. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, 27, Hayden Carpenter. The shortstop, number 5, Marco Villanueva. At second base, number 11, Jose Mancinas. And on the mound this afternoon, number 14, Tyler Ryden. The head coach of the Dolphins is Jason Shriver. And now the starting lineup for the Cavaliers of Bossier Parish Community College. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 4, Tyrus Hall. Batting second, the second baseman, number 5, Parker Gwynn. Batting third in right field, number 3, Dylan Biddick. Batting cleanup and playing first base, number 20, Jacob Gillis. Batting fifth and third baseman, number 19, Hayden Stringfellow. Batting sixth in center field, number 11, Daniel Pinkerton. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 6, Brandon Levy. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 9, Gianluca Montanaro. Batting ninth and doing the catching, number 17, Andy Roman. And on the mound this afternoon, number 26, Ben McKinnon. The head coach of the Cavaliers is Bobby Gilliam. Now, fans, we will have the playing of our national anthem.
All right, about to get underway here between the Cavaliers and the Dolphins. Starting lineups, you may have heard through the crowd microphone, but we'll go over it again. Home team Cavaliers defensively, they got Ben McKinnon starting on the bump. The catcher for the Cavaliers is Roman. There's your battery. Infield for the Cavs, Jacob Gillis is at first, Parker Gwynn is at second, Tyrus Hall is the shortstop, and Hayden Stringfellow is playing third. And the Cavaliers outfield from left to right will have Gianluca Montanaro in left, Daniel Pinkerton in center, and Dylan Biddick in right field. Dolphins batting order. Leadoff hitter, no surprise to Dolphins fans, it's going to be Alex Guajardo. Batting second is Chris Chavez. Batting third for the Dolphins is Cade Baker. Middle third of the order for the Dolphins, we'll see Caden Miller batting cleanup. Tanner Merrick will hit fifth, and Nathan Ramirez will bat sixth. And the bottom third of the order for the Dolphins, we'll see Hayden Carpenter seventh, Marco Villanueva eighth, and Joe Mancinas ninth. McKinnon done warming up, and we'll see Guajardo make his way into the batter's box. Dolphins wearing those red jerseys with the white lettering. Got gray pants on. Bossier Parish wearing the all whites with the red lettering and the red hat, the yellow trim. Looks like perhaps the catcher Roman having some sort of issue with his communication device. Guajardo appears to be ready. Get some stats on McKinnon. It's Guajardo in there now. So is Roman. McKinnon, the Cavaliers team leader in innings pitched, 63 2/3. He does have a 3.82 ERA. Leads the team with 6 wins. Has 2 losses on the record. First pitch is a ball outside. 13 appearances for McKinnon, all starts. McKinnon a pretty good 1.24 whip, as there's a strike to Guajardo. McKinnon leads the team with 67 strikeouts as Guajardo hits one high in the air in the right center. And the catch is made by Pinkerton for the first out.
At the plate, left fielder Chris Chavez.
Here's Chris Chavez. Second hitter. And left fielder hits one on the ground, foul to the first baseman. A 1 count to Chavez. Chavez batting second, usually hits a little further down in the lineup. Coach Schreiber moving things around. Chavez, good numbers, a 337 average in 86 at-bats. And Chavez, another foul ball. Chavez 9th on the team in at-bats. Has split some time with Torrey Martin Rodriguez, Hayden Carpenter. Not an everyday fixture in the lineup, playing in just 35 games of the Dolphins, 52 so far. And a ball outside. 1-2 to Chavez here with nobody on and 1 out. Ball low. Chavez pretty good at getting on base. 430 on base. One of the higher marks on the team. 2-2. Misses. Counts full. Payoff pitch to Chavez, and he hits it on the ground a second. Throw to first in time. Gwynn going to Gillis for the second out. That'll bring up Cade Baker Cade Baker making the all-conference first team. Really good season for Cade Baker. Baker's a big contact guy, doesn't walk or strike out much. Lays off that one, 1-0. Baker hitting .327 this year, but he's only walked 12 times and struck out 9 in 168 at-bats. And this is going to go right over the head of the second baseman, Gwynn, into right center, and Baker showing off his contact tool with a 2-out single ahead of Caden Miller. A runner at first with 2 down for Miller. Miller also one of the all-conference and all-region members. Miller, a fantastic season. He had .333. His .443 on base was second on the team, and his .558 slugging was first on the team. Led all Dolphins in homers as he watches a strike there. Caden Miller's father, Corky Miller, played quite a while in the MLB. Spent a good bit of time with the Reds. The 0-1. And Miller swings and misses at a breaking ball away. Count is 0-2 to Miller. Miller's second on the team in extra base hits. Leads the team in home runs with 8. The 0-2, Baker goes, and Miller lays off. No throw to second. Baker swipes second. A runner in scoring position here with 2 down. The 1-2 misses way outside. Counts even here to the cleanup hitter for the Dolphins. Baker at second and 2 outs. McKinnon gives him a look. Out of the plate. And Miller swings and misses. McKinnon with a strikeout there. And they strand a runner at second. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. And we'll be right back.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Hands-on programs preparing you for high-value careers so you can unlock opportunities and write your own story. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Just the skills you require for the job that requires you. Start your journey at alvincollege.edu and step into your future today with ACC.
Thinking about college? Discover a world of opportunities with high-demand programs, expert faculty, and a diverse campus community. Whether you're just getting started or continuing your educational journey, ACC has the support and resources that you need to go from classroom to career. So, ready to shape your future? Achieve your ambitions with Alvin Community College. Your college experience awaits.
Bottom of the first here in Bossier Parish. It's going to be Tyrus Hall batting leadoff. Batting order for the Cavaliers. They'll have Parker Gwynn second and Dylan Biddick third. As Ryden does his little hip twist, and the first pitch misses outside. Middle of the order for the Cavaliers, we'll see Jacob Gillis batting cleanup. Hayden Stringfellow is hitting fifth. and Daniel Pinkerton is batting 6th. Bottom third of the order, you'll see designated hitter Brandon Levy batting 7th, Gianluca Montanaro hitting 8th, and Andy Roman batting 9th. Two-0 count here. Dolphins have Ryden on the bump, and catching him is Nathan Ramirez. And on the ground, that's going to get past Villanueva into center field, a leadoff single. For Hall. Here's Parker Gwynn. Yeah, defensive alignment. Ramirez catching Ryden, and then the infield. Caden Miller's at first. Mancinas is at second. Villanueva is at short. Merrick is at third for the Dolphins, as this pitch is tipped foul. Looks. The outfield from left to right will have Chris Chavez in left, Cade Baker in center, and Alex Guajardo in right field. The 0-1. And that's going to go right to Villanueva, who makes the catch for out number 1. Hall able to get back in without a throw. Hard hit ball results in an out, and here's Dylan Biddick. Biddick, really good numbers this season. A 400 average, highest on the team. 505 on bases up there, and the 688 slugging is the highest on the team. Biddick second or third on the team in RBIs, first on the team in hits. And he looks at a strike from Ryden. Ryden, the true freshman, 5'11", 160 pounds, out of Clear Springs in the League City area. The 0-1. A ball there. Ryden this season, team leader in innings pitched was 72 2/3. And a ball. 28 more innings than any other Dolphins pitcher. His 6 wins are most on the team, as well as his 7 losses are most on the team. 3.96 ERA. And a high fly ball in the right center. Baker giving it a look, and it's carrying, and that ball is G-O-N-E, gone. A 2-run homer from Biddick, and the Cavaliers are up 2-0. Didn't look like Baker thought that ball was going to carry that far, but it sure did. And went into the tree in right center field. Now the bases are empty with 1 out here as the Cavaliers are up 2-0. Here is Jacob Gillis. Big right-handed hitter. And on the ground and past Merrick at third. Another hit, the 3rd hit of the inning. A leadoff single, a hard liner, a home run, and another hard hit. Cavaliers not having any issues with Ryden so far. We'll see if he can figure it out. Here's Hayden Stringfellow. First pitch to Stringfellow is a strike. Stringfellow hitting .295. Good numbers with that .421 on base and .532 slugging. Stringfellow's 46 RBIs are second on the team. Stringfellow leads all Cavaliers in walks with 34. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Ryden strikes out about 9 batters per game, 1 per inning. And there's his first of the ball game as he gets Stringfellow for the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring us to Daniel Pinkerton. Pinkerton, good numbers, 338 average, 649 slugging, second highest mark on the team, and he chases one outside. Pinkerton's 47 RBIs leads all Cavaliers. Throw to first, not in time. The 0-1 and fouled out of play. Pinkerton leads the Cavaliers in home runs with 11. In the dirt, throw down. It looks like he's going to have him, and he does. Third out right there to end the first inning, and we'll go to the top of the second. Bossier Parish leads 2-0 after a 2-run homer from Dylan Biddick. We'll be right back. Top of the second. It's going to be Tanner Merrick, Naden Ramirez, and Hayden Carpenter to face off against McKinnon. And that bounces. And Merrick chops one foul. Merrick, team leader in at-bats, second on the team in RBIs. And there's a strike, 1-2 to Merrick. Merrick also leads the team in strikeouts. He does strike out a bit, but when you lead the team in at-bats, it's kind of understandable for that to be the case. The 1-2 and a ground ball to third. And the throw over is in time, so one third baseman will ground out to the other for the first out. Stringfellow making the play there for the first out.
At the plate, catcher, Naden Ramirez.
Here's Naden Ramirez. Naden hitting .266 this year. Been kind of the everyday catcher. Sometimes at doubleheaders, they'll go with Aiden Piercy. And a ball into right field. And the catch is made there by Biddick for the second out. One pitch to Ramirez, and here's Hayden Carpenter. Carpenter this season batting .212, pretty high. Slugging percentage at .451 for a .212 average, and that's in part to his home runs that he's hit this season. It swings and misses. Second on the team with 7 home runs, despite being 8th in at bats, 2nd in homers. The 0-1. And he hits one on the ground, and that's going to get past the third baseman in the left field. Carpenter with a 2-out single. Stringfellow couldn't get that one, and here's Marco Villanueva.
Shortstop Marco Villanueva.
Villanueva, the 8th hitter and shortstop. Villanueva started the year as a second baseman, and Mancinas was the shortstop, and then they flip-flopped at some point in conference play and have stayed that way all season. And that misses down and in. Marco hitting .252. His on base and slugging are the same number, 331. Little unusual. The 1-0. And Villanueva hits it high in the air to left. And the catch is made for the third out by Gianluca Montanaro. And so the stranded runner at first will go to the bottom of the second with the Cavaliers leading 2-0. We'll be right back.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Hands-on programs preparing you for high-value careers so you can unlock opportunities and write your own story. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Just the skills you require for the job that requires you. Start your journey at alvincollege.edu and step into your future today with ACC.
Bottom of the second inning, 2-0. Bossier Parish on top, and they'll send Pinkerton to the plate. It'll be Pinkerton, Levy, and the left fielder Gianluca Montanaro. 6, 7, and 8 for the Cavaliers against Tyler Ryden in his second inning of work. Foul ball there to start the inning. Ryden through 17 pitches, 11 strikes. Gave up 3 hits, including a 2-run homer. Struck out 1 in that first inning. And on the ground to Marco Villanueva. Throw over to Miller and got him by a step for the first out. That'll bring us to Levy.
Designated hitter Brendan Levy.
Levy the DH for the Cavaliers. Levy hitting .325 this season. And a foul ball out of play. Good .418 on base and .482 slugging for Levy. Pretty good numbers and somewhat limited action. And a chopper here to Mancinas. And he goes to Miller for the second out. Couple of ground outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's Gianluca Montanaro. Montanaro hitting .312. Montanaro listed as a catcher, but playing left field. And there's a strike. The 0-1. 2-1 count here. Nobody on and 2 out in the bottom of the second inning. And in the air to right field as it slices into the gap. And it's going to bounce off the wall. Looks like a double. And Montanaro does have a 2-out double here ahead of Roman.
Let's play catcher Andy Roman.
Andy Roman, 9th hitter and catcher. He's hitting .255 this year, but been good at getting on base, a .430 on base. 4 hits already through 5 outs for the Cavaliers. And there's a strike. Ryden has been the ace for the Dolphins this season. Oh, 1. This is outside. Dolphins team with a lot of sophomores making a big impact with Ryden, a true freshman. Actually had the opportunity to cover him last year at Clear Springs. Very good high school pitcher. The 1-1. And this is popped up into right field. It looks like Guajardo will have the play, and he does for the 3rd out. After 2 innings, it's 2-0, Bossier Parish. We'll be right back.
Thinking about college? Discover a world of opportunities with high-demand programs, expert faculty, and a diverse campus community. Whether you're just getting started or continuing your educational journey, ACC has the support and resources that you need to go from classroom to career. So, ready to shape your future? Achieve your ambitions with Alvin Community College. Your college experience awaits.
Top of the 3rd inning, Joe Mancinas will lead it off for the Dolphins. It'll be 9-1-2. Mancinas, Guajardo, and Chavez.
Leading off for the Dolphins, second baseman Jose Mancinas.
Mancinas hitting .269 this season. He watches one in the dirt. Mancinas recently committed to Lubbock Christian. And a ball. Ball again, 3-0 count. Sure, it'll be taken all the way here. misses. A 4-pitch walk to Mancinas. First walk issued by McKinnon, and that'll bring us to Guajardo.
Right fielder Alex Guajardo.
Guajardo, one of the best hitters in the region this season. 352 average, 480 on base. Of his 56 hits, which leads the team. 16 of them extra base hits. That misses. Guajardo's 29 walks leads all Dolphins. And McKinnon has thrown 5 straight balls to begin the top of the 3rd inning. And there's a strike, 1-1. Guajardo scored 45 runs this season, which is first on the team. Though to first, not in time. Guajardo's 0 for 1. Started the ball game by flying out to center field. The 1-1. And a strike. Guajardo seemed to think it was outside, and the count's 1-2. Mancinas has stolen 7 bases this year and has not been caught. We'll see if he runs at some point in this inning. The 1-2. Misses. Blocked there by Roman, and the count's 2-2. So far for McKinnon through 2+ innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Obviously no runs. 33 pitches so far, 18 of them strikes. And Guajardo hits it on the ground. Short goes to second and over to first, and a double play. A twin killing for the Cavaliers, and the bases are empty with 2 outs for Chavez. As the shortstop Hall went to the second baseman Gwynn and over to first to Gillis. 6-4-3 double play. Chavez, a chopper, and it's going to go to McKinnon, and he flips it over to first and just able to get the out. So after a leadoff walk on 4 pitches, a double play, and a ground out to the pitcher. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bossier Parish leading 2-0.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Hands-on programs preparing you for high-value careers so you can unlock opportunities and write your own story. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Just the skills you require for the job that requires you. Start your journey at alvincollege.edu and step into your future today with ACC.
Thinking about college? Discover a world of opportunities with high-demand programs, expert faculty, and a diverse campus community. Whether you're just getting started or continuing your educational journey, ACC has the support and resources that you need to go from classroom to career. So, ready to shape your future? Achieve your ambitions with Alvin Community College. Your college experience awaits.
Bottom of the 3rd. Bossier Parish leading 2-0. Dilson, Hall, Gwynn, and Biddick. 1, 2, and 3 to the plate. Hall is 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Ryden throws the first pitch of the inning, and it's foul out of play. Hall, team leader in at-bats, got a 301 average. And a check swing, foul ball. Hall also leads the team in stolen bases with 19. He's only been caught once. Hall's from Victoria, British Columbia. Went to Oak Bay High School. 6'2", 210, sophomore infielder. Bats and throws right-handed. The 0-2. And misses outside. Ramirez tried to frame it. And this is going to fall in. A fair ball just got in there, and Hall's looking at a double here. The throw comes in, and he will stop at second. Another leadoff hit for him here. He's now 2 for 2 with 3 total bases. Runner at second for Gwynn. You knew looking at this team on paper that the bats were going to be a big factor the way they've hit the ball all year. And they have not disappointed already. 5 hits and 2 runs here through 6 outs. Gwynn is 0 for 1. We'll see if he wants to maybe bunt Hall to third. Miller comes creeping in. He does try to bunt, and the pitch is high. Pulled it back at the last second. Gwynn's last at bat, he hit it hard, but right to the shortstop, Villanueva. That misses high as well, 2-0. Ryden perhaps pitching up in the zone or above the zone to try to get a pop-up on a potential bunt from Gwynn. And chopper foul. Gwynn really good numbers. That 366 average and 628 slugging. Some of the best marks on the team. The 444 on base. One of the best marks on the team. 67 hits, second on the team. Great numbers for Gwynn. And a check swing foul ball. And now he's got 2 strikes. A 2-2 count with a runner at second and nobody out. And the Dolphins could really use an unproductive out here from Gwynn. Two. And he pokes it into right field. Is that going to get down? It does not. It's a foul ball. Hall's hit went in a very similar spot, but landed fair. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Gwynn. Right, and already up to 38 pitches. 2-2. And in the air, that's going to drop in left center. That's going to score another run. Gwynn will have an RBI double. He coasts in a second. And it's 3-0 Bossier Parish. Gwynn trades places with Hall. And that'll bring us to Biddick. And Coach Shriver's going to have to come out and talk to Ryden, who's given up as many hits as he's gotten outs. Not the start that the Dolphins had envisioned out of Ryden, their ace. This very good Cavaliers offense, hard to keep down. We'll see if at some point we get a reliever out of the pen. Can't really see the bullpen from where I am, so not sure if anybody's in there, but might have somebody getting warm here soon. Tournament games, very interesting.
Right fielder, Dylan Biddick.
Never know who you're going to need or use in what situation. Autry and Reagan James, some of the best pitchers for the Dolphins, but think you might want them to start a game, so might have to go with a reliever. You really kind of can't pull your punches in a tournament like this, as the first pitch is a strike to Biddick. Biddick 1-for-1 with that 2-run homer. Sophomore outfielder from Lafayette. And a ball outside.
Good eye.
Says he went to Lafayette High School. And a foul ball back to the netting. A 1-2 count to Biddick. Biddick's home run was his 10th of the season. And this is going to go right to Mancinas, who takes it off the chest and is able to get the out at first. But a productive out for Biddick as it moves Gwynn up to third with one out here
First baseman,
for
Jacob
Gillis. Gillis 1-for-1 with a single. As Ramirez is going to go and talk to Ryden. Perhaps trying to give Mancinas a moment to catch his breath after that ball hopped into him. Looks like they're looking in his direction. Gillis, a big 6'5", 240-pound first baseman from Fergus, Ontario. Says his previous school was Erin District. I feel like the high school section of the roster is always interesting for foreign players with the way they talk about their schools and what they're called. Obviously for us, it's just, you know, high school. Usually can be anything, really, depending on where the player comes from. And there's a strike. We're at third and one out here in the bottom of the third. Bossier Parish already leading 3-0. And an RBI spot here for Gillis. And a chopper back to Ryden. There's going to be a play at the plate. And safe. Wow. Gillis gets an RBI on a ball that went about 12 feet. Bossier Parish leads 4-0. Not what the Dolphins needed there, that's for sure. They don't get an out, and the run scores. Here's Stringfellow. Stringfellow's 0-for-1 with a strikeout. The only strikeout for Ryden so far was Stringfellow. And a hard hit ball into left center as the Cavaliers are just tearing the cover off the ball. And this one, the throw goes into second and not in time, another double. 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. And I don't think Ryden's day is going to last much longer. Looks like maybe Adam Wade is getting loose in the pen. Ryden's got to face off against Pinkerton. Pinkerton, one of the most dangerous hitters for the Cavaliers, and a big spot. Misses inside. Pinkerton's 0-for-1. Pinkerton is out of Pflugerville, Texas, went to Hendrickson High School. The 1-0 and a chopper foul. Pinkerton led off the second inning with a ground out to short. Looked like Ryden kind of settled in that second inning, and another 2-run inning and probably more here, as it looks like a foul tip catches Ramirez. Says he's good to go. 1-2 count to Pinkerton. And Ryden could really use a strikeout. The 1-2. And another foul ball. Gillis at third and Stringfellow at second here with one down. Miller, the first baseman, playing on the edge. The middle infielder's back. Merrick also playing up quite a bit. And there's the strikeout he needed. He clips the inside corner, and Pinkerton doesn't like it. 2 on and 2 out. Here is Levy. Levy's 0 for 1 with the ground out to short, or to second rather. Ryden needs an out here. And a big chopper here. It's going to go to Villanueva. He fires over to first. Miller has it, and they do get the third out of the inning. 2 more runs score. It's an offensive onslaught for the Cavaliers. We'll go to the top of the fourth, 4-0. Bossier Parish leads. Top of the fourth inning. Dolphins will send Cade Baker, Caden Miller, and Tanner Merrick, 3, 4, and 5 to the plate against McKinnon. And spot you kind of want to score a run here. Baker's 1 for 1 with a single. He's got one of the Dolphins' 2 hits. Also stole a base. And there's a strike to Baker. McKinnon, 35 pitches, 20 strikes. 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. And Baker lays off of that one. Ball and a strike. And Baker pops it up. Looks like it's going to go into right field for Biddick, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Here in the top of the fourth. Now we'll see Caden Miller. Miller's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
First baseman, Caden Miller.
Miller from Lockport, Illinois. 6'3", 210 sophomore. Came in as a catcher. Played a lot of first base this year. And swing and a miss. Nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And he lays off 1 there. Looked like Adam Wade was getting loose in the pen. Still in there milling around. Maybe will be the pitcher to start the fourth inning. We'll see if they send Ryden back out there as Miller pops this one up and out of play. The 0-2 misses outside. And Miller hits one back to McKinnon, who leaps and underhand tosses to first for Gillis, and that's the second out. Nothing doing so far here in the top of the fourth. Nobody on and 2 out for Merrick.
Third baseman Tanner Merrick.
Merrick, the Alvin native, came in as a catcher, played a lot of third, even some short this season. There's a strike. McKinnon, the Cavaliers pitcher from Surrey, British Columbia, went to Semiahmoo Secondary, as Merrick cannot lay off of that one, 0-2. Kicking himself as he swung with that pitch in the opposing batter's box. The 0-2. And he pokes it foul. The 0-2 again. Misses outside. The 1-2. And he hits it on the ground to third. He grounded out to third last time, and he does again for the third out. 3 up and 3 down in the top of the fourth. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Bossier Parish leading 4-0.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Hands-on programs preparing you for high-value careers so you can unlock opportunities and write your own story. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Just the skills you require for the job that requires you. Start your journey at alvincollege.edu and step into your future today with ACC.
Bottom of the fourth inning. New pitcher Adam Wade indeed is in there after 3 innings from Tyler Ryden.
Now pitching for the Dolphins, number 41, Adam Wade. Wade now on the mound for Alvin.
Adam Wade, 6'8", 260, out of Missouri City, went to Elkins High School.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, left fielder Gianluca Montanaro.
Wade greeted by Montanaro. First pitch is a strike. Wade, 31 in the third innings pitched. He's got a 5.46 ERA. 2 wins and 2 losses this season in 12 appearances. And there's a strike. 0-2 count to Montanaro. It's going to be Montanaro, Roman, and Hall 8-9-1. Montanaro is 1 for 1 with the double. And he foul tips it off his back. And we'll redo the 0-2. The 0-2 from Wade. And another foul ball. Montanaro from Aurora, Ontario, went to St. Maximilian Colby Catholic. And a high fly ball in the right field. Guajardo giving it a look, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Catcher Andy Roman.
Here's Andy Roman. Roman 0 for 1. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch to Roman is a strike at the top of the zone. Wade strikes out 9.5 batters per 9. It's just about 1 per inning. Also walks about 1 per inning. And here is one slicing into right field and another hit. The 8th hit through less than 4 innings for the Cavaliers. Roman aboard in that 9th spot, and that's trouble when you have the bottom of the order getting on in front of this really good top of the order. Tyrus Hall's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He scored 2 runs. I'd like to face him with nobody on and 2 out preferably, but here we are as a strike from Wade starts off Hall. The 0-1. Clips that outside edge again. He really likes to utilize that breaking ball. Big lefty at 6'8". Sits about 88 with his fastball. Not a big lead for Roman, and here's the 0-2. And that is in the dirt, and Roman will stay put. The 1-2. And another foul ball. The 1-2. And a foul ball again. Ball and 2 strikes to Hall. Roman at first and 1 down. Wade delivers. And in the air, it looks like Hall's going to have a 3rd hit. This time it'll be a single, and they'll have runners on the corners. Hall is 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 4 total bases. A really good ball game for Hall.
Second baseman Parker Glenn.
Here's Gwynn. Gwynn's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run. His base knock was a double. Gwynn also from Lafayette. He went to Acadiana High School. Wade misses high. Wade staring down Hall at first, and there's a strike. Wade was high school teammates with Braylon Payne, who got drafted in the first round by the Brewers last year. Really amazing player. Got to cover him last year in high school. He is lightning fast. The 1-1 and a swing and a miss, and Hall will take second with no throw. 1-2 count for Gwen, and the double play not going to be so easy now. Corner infielder's in tight. Middle infielder's back, and the 1-2 from Wade on its way. And a swing and a miss. Went back to that breaking ball, buried it down and in, and Gwen couldn't connect.
Outfielder Dylan Biddick.
Biddick had that 2-run homer. Biddick's 1 for 2. Another opportunity for the Cavaliers. They had runners at second and third, and were not able to add any further in the bottom of the third. And now a situation here with runners at second and third and 2 outs, an 0-1 count, lefty-lefty matchup, and Wade delivers, misses outside. Wade was committed to the University of Pittsburgh, but recently decommitted. So we'll see where he ends up. And that is high.
Good eye, kid.
And a foul ball. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2 on and 2 out here. Wade delivers, and another foul ball. Final line on Tyler Ryden. 3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Ryden threw 53 pitches, 37 strikes. Two again. And he lays off, counts full. Roman at third and Hall at second. First base is open, and here's the 3-2, and it's a walk. Bases loaded for the Cavaliers.
First baseman Jacob Gillis.
Here's Jacob Gillis. First pitch from Wade to Gillis is up and away. Gillis is 2 for 2 with an RBI. Both of his hits were singles. That miss is up and in. Wade has gotten into trouble with the walks this year. Obviously, with the bases loaded, you can't walk Gillis here, and he's got a 2-0 count. Tough spot to be in for Wade. And got him with a good pitch there, so it's 2-1. Looked like a tight slider, perhaps. Two 2-1 to Gillis, and a dribbler back to Wade, and Wade will toss to first, and they get the out. So no runs scored despite the bases being loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll go to the top of the 5th with Bossier Parish leading 4-0.
Thinking about college? Discover a world of opportunities with high-demand programs, expert faculty, and a diverse campus community. Whether you're just getting started or continuing your educational journey, ACC has the support and resources that you need to go from classroom to career. So, ready to shape your future? Achieve your ambitions with Alvin Community College. Your college experience awaits.
Top of the 5th inning. Dolphins will send Nathan Ramirez to bat. It's going to be Nathan Ramirez, Hayden Carpenter, and Marco Villanueva, 6, 7, 8. McKinnon, 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. 48 pitches, 29 strikes for McKinnon. 3 up, 3 down, 3rd and 4th innings. And a high pop-up. Looks like Gillis will have the play. And he makes a catch. Another quick out for McKinnon. "13 outs recorded, just 49 pitches." There's Carpenter. Carpenter's 1 for 1 with a single. Carpenter was at Magnolia West when they won the state championship. Last year he was up in Dallas and now here at Alvin, and he's hit some tape measure home runs. And a strike at the top of the zone. Carpenter shakes his head, 1-1. Nobody on and 1 out. Looking for a base runner, haven't had one in a while. And he hits one on the ground and a hop there. The third baseman, Stringfellow, with a nice play to get the 2nd out. Another hard hit ball by Carpenter that direction, but this time Stringfellow wins the battle, and here's Marco Villanueva. Villanueva is 0 for 1. Villanueva ended the 2nd inning with a fly out to left. The 1-0. And Villanueva hits it into right center. That looks like it might get down, as it does. And Villanueva headed to second. And the throw coming in, not in time. A 2-out double for Villanueva. Villanueva's 6th double of the year and 8th extra base hit there. And here's Mancinas. Mancinas, 5'11", 185-pound middle infielder from Hillsboro, Texas. This kicks away, and Villanueva will head to 3rd. So Dolphins get a runner at 3rd for the first time. Dolphins need a run, and maybe the best opportunity they've had right here. See if Mancinas can get it done against McKinnon, who's been really good. And in the air to center field. And it looks like it's going to be caught there by Pinkerton, and it is. A well-hit ball results in an out. And the Dolphins strand a runner at third. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth with the Cavaliers still leading 4-0.
Soon stay home if they don't have a grand ole opry like they do in Tennessee. Just send me to hell in New York City, it would be about the same to me. I got wild honey trees and crazy little weeds growing around my shack. These dusty roads ain't streets to go, but I'm happy right where I'm at. All these pretty little southern bells are a country boy's dream. They ain't got wings or halos, but they sure look good to me. Heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't wanna go.
Bottom of the fifth. Adam Wade back out there. Going to face Hayden Stringfellow. Wade threw 28 pitches in that fourth inning, 20 for strikes, giving up 2 hits and a walk, but did not allow a run. First pitch to Stringfellow is a foul ball. Stringfellow from Bernie, Texas, went to Cornerstone Christian. 6'1", 205, sophomore infielder, bats and throws right-handed. The 0-1 and a swing and a miss. 0-2. Stringfellow's 1 for 2 with a strikeout, and that's going to bounce. One, two. And misses down and in. Stringfellow, Pinkerton, and Levy 5, 6, and 7 for the Cavaliers here in the bottom of the fifth. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Stringfellow strikes out for a second time. Wade gets a K there. Here's Pinkerton. Pinkerton 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Get an airplane flying pretty low there. Just out of the view of the camera as Pinkerton drops down a bunt. Ramirez charges it, throws to first, and has him by a step. Take it there's some sort of airport or air base pretty nearby because that is very low. 2 outs here with the bases empty in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Levy. Levy's 0 for 2. Levy and Pinkerton, the only Cavaliers who don't have a hit in the game. And a strike there to Levy. Levy from Shreveport, went to Parkway High School. 5'10", 185-pound redshirt freshman. Levy listed as an infielder and a pitcher. Pitched 17 innings this season with a 5.19 ERA. And a swing and a miss way out in front of that breaking ball. Counts 1-2. One, two to Levy. And a foul ball. Probably the first inning. We've got to the third batter without a base runner on. Bossier Parish has really crushed the baseball in this ball game. And a dribbler here. Merrick charges over to first, and Miller has it. A 1-2-3 inning for Wade. And that's the first time we've seen that. We'll go to the top of the sixth inning with Bossier Parish leading 4-0. We'll be right back.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Hands-on programs preparing you for high-value careers so you can unlock opportunities and write your own story. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Just the skills you require for the job that requires you. Start your journey at alvincollege.edu and step into your future today with ACC.
Microwave hell, but I'm a little smarter than that. I could even wait till the night got late, maybe with some fog and rain too. We steal all the riches from them greedy sons of bitches and send them a story to the news. And when you have something to talk about, tell Mom, Jesse James. You make them all believe in all the rain, no doubt that I will give you something to talk about. Take to a bar and drink like a sailor and take home a married woman. Tell her that I love her when a man walks in and puts a high point in my head. Later on at the funeral, everyone is crying. I can bust out of the casket that my mama picked out. Dance up.
Right fielder Alex Guajardo.
Top of the sixth, Guajardo's up. Face off against McKinnon in his sixth inning of work. First pitch to Guajardo misses outside. Guajardo, Chavez, and Baker 1, 2, and 3. That bounces. Guajardo, 5'9", 190-pound right fielder from Panitas, Texas. And that misses. McKinnon's only walk was a 4-pitch walk to Mancinas. And here's another 4-pitch walk to Guajardo. Might be something doing here. Not a lot of opportunities so far, and Dolphins definitely need to get on the board and try to make this a little bit closer. Spot to do it here with Chavez up and Guajardo at first with nobody out. Chavez is 0 for 2. And there's a strike. Chavez 5'11", 170 out of Corpus Christi. The 0-1. Misses. McKinnon only 62 pitches, 35 strikes. The 1-1. And that misses inside. McKinnon has kept the Dolphins hitters off balance all game. A lot of weak contact. One of the best hit balls was the double from Villanueva. 2-1. And Chavez hits it foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Chavez. And that misses. Roman came up out of his stance ready to fire at the second, but Guajardo was not running. See what kind of a lead he gets here with a full count and nobody out. 3-2. And Chavez hits it on the ground. Second baseman able to grab it and make the play. Gwynn with a good play there. Guajardo moves up to second, and there's 1 out. That'll bring us to Cade Baker.
Center fielder Cade Baker.
Baker 1 for 2 with a single. Had a 2-out single in the first inning. Six foot, 195 pounds, center fielder from Whitney, Texas. Miss outside. And a ball again. Baker was named to the all-conference first team for Region 14 South. Guajardo able to get back in there. (2-0). And that is high. And we'll see a visit here. Kennan gonna get a chat. (3-0) count to Baker. Only walked 2, but they were both 4 pitch walks. Now a 3-0 count to Baker. Not sure if he'll get a green light or what here in this situation. Chat from the pitching coach. McKinnon only at 69 pitches. 37 strikes. Obviously hasn't allowed a run. Done a nice job. Another aircraft coming in. A 3-0. And he misses. Baker draws the walk. 2 walks in the inning after only walking 1 in the first 5 innings. They've got 2 on and 1 out for Caden Miller, who could make it a little closer with 1 swing, the Dolphins team leader in homers. And feel like he's due. Hasn't had one in what seems like a while. Trying to remember the last time he hit a home run. And he watches a good pitch there for a strike. Miller has absolutely crushed some baseballs this year. He hit one 450 feet at ACC, and that's low. Miller's last homer came on April 4th against Galveston College. No, actually it was April 16th against San Jack. And there's a strike. We're currently at May 8th. We've played 10 games since then, so he's due, but he's got a 1-2 count here. And he swings and misses. Miller with his second strikeout, and that'll bring us to Merrick.
Third baseman Tanner Merrick.
Merrick with 2 on and 2 out here. And a swing and a miss. Merrick's been one of the best clutch hitters and RBI guys for the Dolphins this year. Dolphins need a base knock here as this bounces, and Guajardo will stay put. The 1-1. And Merrick swings and misses. Chase to break the ball outside. Merrick had a game against San Jack. He went 4 for 5 with a walk, drove in 5 runs, hit 2 homers, and one of them was a walk-off. That bounces. Interesting thing about Merrick in that game, his cousin also plays for San Jack, both Alvin natives. So his cousin is here somewhere. Will be playing in the next game against Tyler. And a little chopper here. This is going to be a tough play. We'll see if they can get an out. And no throw. Everybody's safe. Base loaded and 2 outs here. And we'll see Nathan Ramirez, who could tie with 1 swing of the bat. If he can get a hold of one, he's got a lot of pop.
Catcher Nathan Ramirez.
Ramirez 0 for 2 in this one. Does have 5 homers this year. He's hit some big ones. See if he can make some good contact here. And he watches 1-4 strike. McKinnon up to 80 pitches, 44 strikes. Guajardo at third. And that is just up, I guess. Guajardo at third, Baker at second, and Merrick at first. You got speed on the bases with Ramirez at the plate. The 1-1. And he pops it up, and it looks like heading towards the bullpen, and unable to make the catch is Gillis, who slides into the fence. And Ramirez will be given a second chance here. A 1-2 count to Ramirez with the bases loaded. And 2 down. Dolphins have yet to get on the scoreboard. One of the best opportunities here. Couple of walks. And Ramirez fouls it back. Merrick reached to load him with a dribbler in no man's land. One-two to Ramirez, and that misses up. Ramirez from Trujillo, Puerto Rico, 6'2", 230, freshman catcher. It's been pretty much the everyday catcher. And a pop-up out of play. Ramirez battling here.
Go, Ben.
3 foul balls in this at bat. 6 total pitches already. This will be pitch number 7 coming. The 2-2. And another foul ball. 4 foul balls in the at bat. Finally, an aircraft you can actually see on the camera. 2-2. And Ramirez hits it in the air, and Gillis is there for the catch as Gwynn was all in his airspace while he was trying to make that catch. But the Dolphins strand the bases loaded, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0.
Thinking about college? Discover a world of opportunities with high-demand programs, expert faculty, and a diverse campus community. Whether you're just getting started or continuing your educational journey, ACC has the support and resources that you need to go from classroom to career. So, ready to shape your future? Achieve your ambitions with Alvin Community College. Your college experience awaits.
to Montanaro.
Bottom of the 6th. Cavaliers leading 4-0. Wade still out there. 3rd inning of work. And a ball. Montanaro, Roman, and Hall, 8-9-1 for the Cavaliers. And there's a strike. And a swing and a miss. The 1-2. Miss low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there's a strike. Montanaro strikes out. Wade is kind of settled in after loading the bases in his 1st inning of work.
Catcher Andy Roman.
Here's Roman. And there's a strike. Oh, 1. Misses outside. Roman's 1 for 2 with the single. The 1-1. Two balls and a strike here with nobody on and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Dolphins trying to keep it to just a 4-run game. And a ball. Three 1. And on the ground, Merrick picks it and fires over to Miller. Miller has it for out number 2. And that'll bring us to Hall. Hall's 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored, a double and 2 singles. Nobody on and 2 outs. Probably the best way to face Hall if you got to. He drops down a bunt, and it's a good one. Wade not going to have a play. Hall is 4 for 4 with 3 singles and a double, and he is aboard in front of Gwynn. Gwynn drove him in last time with a double back in the 3rd inning. Gwynn's 1 for 3. It's going to bounce. Hall at first with 2 outs, a 1-0 count to Gwynn. Wade staring down Hall, out of the plate, and there's a strike. The 1-1, and a wave and a miss. Wade at 51 pitches, 35 strikes. Struck out 3 so far. Just the 1 walk. Good outing for Wade. Hall takes off and a swing and a miss. Wade strikes out Gwynn, and that'll do it for the 6th. Then we'll go to the top of the 7th. Bossier Parish leading 4-0. Top of the 7th, here's Carpenter, and he looks at a ball. Carpenter, Villanueva, and Mancinas, 7, 8, and 9. And a swing and a miss. Carpenter does have a single and a hard hit ball to third that was a ground out. And there's a strike to Carpenter. They call Carpenter Big Country. He hits big homers when he gets a hold of it. And he hits one high in the air to left. And that ball near the foul pole. And they call it a foul ball. Carpenter thought he had a homer. That was over the foul pole, and he's going to head back to the batter's box. He can hit it out of the park. A little ahead of that one, and Coach Ellis wants to talk to the home plate umpire. So Carpenter looks like he's going to have to go back. Coach Schreiber has a chat. And Carpenter is back in the batter's box with a 1-2 count. The Bossier Parish fans not happy with the Dolphins, thinking they had a home run there, and Carpenter strikes out on the next pitch. And what a more fitting moment than that. That's so baseball. That'll bring up Villanueva. Nobody on and 1 out. Villanueva had a pretty good swing and a double earlier against McKinnon. And a ground ball here to Gillis. Gillis will underhand toss to McKinnon. And that's out number 2. That'll bring us to Mancinas with nobody on and 2 outs. Dolphins have had some chances, have yet to get on the board. And we'll see what Mancinas, the bottom of the order, can do here against McKinnon. McKinnon, 93 pitches, 54 strikes, and might be his last inning. Dolphins have at least been able to run his pitch count up a little bit after a couple of innings where not very many pitches. Used just 10 pitches in the third. 13 in the fourth. And a ball up and in. 3-0 count. Mancinas had a 4-pitch walk. And this time a strike in there to Mancinas. 3-1. And there is the walk to Mancinas. So the ninth hitter is aboard in front of Guajardo. And it looks like that might be it for McKinnon. Looks like the head coach, Bobby Gilliam, is going to go out there and pull McKinnon after a really good outing. See who they bring in. Book not closed on McKinnon, but 6 2/3, 4 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Obviously, no runs. 98 pitches and 55 strikes. And the new pitcher who comes out to a Sean Paul song. Looks like this is going to be Jake Skelly. Skelly, 28 2/3 innings, a 4.08 ERA, 2 wins and no losses in 17 appearances. Also has a save. Skelly from Spring, Texas, not too far from Alvin, went to Concordia Lutheran. Sophomore. I covered Concordia Lutheran last year, but not the year prior when Skelly would have actually been there. Jake Skelly, a 1.43 whip this season. Doesn't strike out a lot of batters, just 5 strikeouts per 9. One of the lower strikeout marks on the team. Kind of a pitch to contact guy looking at the numbers. Strikes out about a batter every 2 innings. He's got to face off against Guajardo with Mancinas at first. What could have been with that Carpenter swing. And there's a strike to Guajardo. Guajardo 0 for 2 at the walk. The 0-1. Oof, had a duck under that one. Counts 1-1. Kennan went 6 2/3. See if the bullpen can hold for the Cavaliers. The 1-1 and misses up and away. 2-1 from Skelly, and Guajardo pops it out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throw to first, not in time. Mancini's getting some words of advice from Coach Sturgis over there at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dolphins still trailing 4-0. Mancini's goes. Guajardo lays off the throw down, not in time, and it kicks off of the leg of Mancini's. And they're going to call him out. Okay, we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-0.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Hands-on programs preparing you for high-value careers so you can unlock opportunities and write your own story. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Just the skills you require for the job that requires you. Start your journey at alvincollege.edu and step into your future today with ACC.
Right fielder Dylan Biddick.
Bottom of the 7th, and here's Biddick. It's going to be Biddick, Gillis, and Stringfellow. 3, 4, and 5. Biddick had that big 2-run homer, and he lays off there. Wade out there for the 4th inning of work. 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts for Wade. Both Wade and Ryden have thrown 53 pitches. And this is going to get in there in front of the left fielder, Chavez. Biddick with base knock. He's now 2 for 3 with a walk. Here is Gillis. And a hard ground ball into left field again. Back-to-back hits off of Wade. We'll see how long of a leash they give Wade, who's done a pretty good job, but getting hit here early in the bottom of the 7th. It looks like they're going to send somebody into the pen. Stringfellow with 2 on and nobody out. A textbook bunt situation. Wade delivers and misses up and away. Stringfellow's 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. His hit was a double. Biddick at second and Gillis at first here. Still nobody out. The 1-0. Ball low.
Good eye, 1-9. Your thing, String.
2-0. And a swing and a miss. Got him on that breaking ball. 6'8", 260. Adam Wade loves to spin it. 2-1. And Stringfellow pulls back the bunt. The count's 3-1. Textbook hitters count for Stringfellow. Trying to move up the runners in some form or fashion. Miller playing on the edge of the infield grass. And now he drops down the bunt. Wade will go to first, and they get the out. Stringfellow with a sacrifice bunt. And there's one out. That'll bring up Pinkerton. Pinkerton 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and looking at his numbers this season, you got to feel like he's due, and that's not what the Dolphins need. Infield comes in. He's got some pops, so could be a scary situation for the Dolphins, trying to keep this at just a 4-run deficit. Only 6 outs to play with offensively, and Pinkerton hits it into left field. A run will score. They're going to send the runner from second, and now the throw goes into second, and he is out. Pinkerton out, but he drives in 2 runs. It's 6-0. So nobody on and 2 out, and Bossier Parish has expanded their lead to 6, and they'll send number 6 up to bat. It's Levy. And now with Pinkerton's RBI single, Levy the only Cavalier who does not have a base hit. And a high pop-up into right field. And Guajardo makes the catch. So we'll go to the top of the 8th. It's 6-0, Bossier Parish.
Thinking about college? Discover a world of opportunities with high-demand programs, expert faculty, and a diverse campus community. Whether you're just getting started or continuing your educational journey, ACC has the support and resources that you need to go from classroom to career. So, ready to shape your future? Achieve your ambitions with Alvin Community College. Your college experience awaits.
Fielder Chris Chavez.
Chavez up to bat here in the top of the 8th. Chavez 0 for 3. Got the start against the righty McKinnon. And he hits one in the air to right center. That ball is carrying, and that ball is going to bounce off the wall. Chavez will have a double. Maybe could have made it to third, but he stops with the leadoff double. Chavez with his best swing of the day. And that'll bring up Cade Baker. Dolphins had some chances, unable to score yet, and another opportunity here with the runner in scoring position and nobody out. Cade Baker, one of your best players at the plate. Baker 1 for 2 with the walk. Dolphins just 5 hits to the Cavaliers 14. It's a miracle that the Cavaliers have only scored 6 runs with those 14 hits. between Hall and Biddick and Gillis. 9 hits. And that misses 1-1. The 1-1. And Baker hits it high in the air. And Pinkerton will adjust to it and make the catch. Chavez will stay put as the throw goes over the head of the third baseman, but smartly there to back it up is Skelly. Here's Miller.
First baseman, Caden Miller.
Miller 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, and he's got to get it going here. And he hits one in the air to center field, and Pinkerton is there. Chavez is going to try to tag up, and he will hustle to third. So a leadoff double and then 2 flyouts to center, but we've got a runner at third and 2 down here for Tanner Merrick. Miller, a pretty good breaking ball hitter, but missed that one, obviously. Didn't get all of it. Merrick's 1 for 3 with a single. And a big cut. Couldn't catch up to Skelly's heater there. Tanner's cousin Jack plays for Sanjak, which is in the next game against Tyler. And a strike on the outside edge. Merrick does not agree. Merrick usually lets you know if he doesn't believe the pitch is a strike with his body language. The 0-2. And he did not go. Yeah, he didn't go around there. 1-2. Thought about it, but held up. The 1-2. And he hits it into the glove of the third baseman, Stringfellow. A great play over there at the hot corner. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th with the Dolphins trailing 6-0.
Places I'd rather be. I'd rather be stripping off shingles on a July roof, down in Tishomingo, working like a dog, living in a single wide. Yes, I would. I'd rather be stuck at your mama's watching the day reruns of her favorite dramas, wearing my pajamas neck deep in days of our lives.
Bottom of the 8th, Adam Wade still out there.
Left fielder, Jim.
5th inning of work coming up here for Wade. So far, Wade's given up 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Done a good job limiting the walks for sure. And a ball low. Just 1 walk issued by the Dolphins pitchers. Usually that's kind of the bugaboo. Today it's been the base knocks, 14 of them through 7 innings. That's 2 per inning, and that's not a recipe for success, but This Cavalier lineup, they can swing it. Montanaro with a 2-0 count. It's going to be Montanaro, Roman, and Hall, barring any substitutions. And there's a strike. Montanaro's 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a double. Two 2-1. Misses up and away. Three 1. Misses. That'll bring us to Roman. Looks like they're going to put in a pinch runner for Montanaro. Instead, it's going to be Bennett Middlestead from Scott, Louisiana. Went to Turlings Catholic. 5'10", 185-pound sophomore from the Boudin capital of the world. And that's going to bounce. Milstead will move up to second. 1-0 count to Roman with a runner at second and nobody out. Roman from Chicago, Illinois, went to Wheaton Academy. And that's going to be a fair ball past Merrick, and a run is going to score. And Roman is headed to second, and he is safe. An RBI double makes it 7-0. And if they score one more run, the ball game will end. And Hall's up. Hall is 4 for 4, so he could win it with another base knock here. Looks like Coach Schreiber might go and pull Wade. Might not want to let Wade face Hall for the third time after Hall's 4 for 4, great performance at the top of the order, and that'll do it for Wade. With a runner at second and nobody out, they're going to bring in a new pitcher. Is this going to be Drew Most? Or who is it? Is that Wingard? I think that's Wingard. Yeah, that's Jacob Wingard, 6'3", 215-pound sophomore righty out of League City. Also went to Clear Springs, same school as Tyler Ryden, the starting pitcher. Wingard this year, 13 innings in 8.31 ERA. 1 win, no losses, 6 appearances. Got a start. Wingard strikes out a lot. His 13 strikeouts per 9 is the highest mark on the team. 19 strikeouts in 13 innings. But he's also given up 12 hits, 12 runs, and 13 walks in those 13 innings. And hit a couple of long balls. Looks like Coach Gilliam wants to ask a question, perhaps. Oh, yeah, they're going to put in a pinch runner. Pinch runner is going to be James Reyna from Lake Charles, went to St. Louis Catholic. Redshirt freshman infielder, 5'9", 180, going to run as the Cavaliers just trying to score that run to get the game over with here in the bottom of the 8th. See if Wingard can buckle down and hold it to a 7-0 deficit. So Reyna at second with Hall coming up to greet Wingard here in the bottom of the 8th. A runner in scoring position and nobody out, and we'll see if Hall wants to bunt again. See if he does bunt. Miller creeping in, and he pulls back the bunt at the ball. The 1-0, and that's high. Hall has not been retired yet. 4 for 4 with 3 singles, a double, scored 2 runs. Done a great job at the top of the order for this really good offense. The 2-0. Pulls back the bunt at the ball again. He's trying to give himself up, and Wingard's trying to avoid his bat. We'll likely see another bunt coming if he walks. .30. And it is a 4-pitch walk from Wingard to Hall. And Coach Shriver's going to go out and talk to Wingard after 4 pitches. Didn't seem like Wingard had his command in that at bat. Infield will gather around, and Dolphins trying to hang on. Looks like they're already updating the board out there that has the bracket to put Bossier Parish winning the ball game. Interesting. It's the bottom of the 8th. Two on and nobody out. Here's Gwynn. See what happens here. I'm sure Gwynn's going to try to bunt. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI double and a run scored. Struck out twice, and surely he'll be trying to sacrifice himself here. Big lead there for Tyrus Hall. Miller creeps in tight. And a chopper foul. Miller pretty close, and luckily that ball didn't come his way. He wouldn't have had very much time to react. Trying to sell out to stop this bunt. Merrick is holding over there at third, trying to get the lead runner out. So, and a swing and a miss. Wingard has an 0-2 count here. A strikeout of Gwynn would go a long way to trying to keep it at 7-0. The 0-2. And they'll say he didn't go. Ramirez is able to get it. It's a 1-2 count. Ball and 2 strikes here. And a foul ball. Biddick is up next, and he's obviously a very big bat. Been on 3 of the 4 times, including a 2-run homer. The 1-2, and that's low. Two, and a swing and a miss. Wingard gets a strikeout of Gwynn. Very surprised that he never tried to bunt there. And now Biddick is up. Cavs just need a run to end the ball game via the run rule here in the bottom of the 8th. Biddick 2 for 3 with a walk and a 2-run homer. And a strike. 0-1. And a pop-up. Looks like a decent run there for Chavez, and he makes a catch. And no play there. Everybody stays put. So the Dolphins an out away from sending it to the top of the 9th. Wingard just has to get Gillis out here, but Gillis is 3 for 4 with 3 singles. One of many Canadians on this team. And there's a strike. 2025 Bossier Parish giving a run for their money for the old 2021 and 2022 Whitecaps down in Galveston. They had, I think, 10 or 11 Canadian players. And there's a breaking ball. All of Galveston's Canadian players came from the Langley Blaze, though. Kind of spread out the different Canadian players on the Bossier Parish roster. 0-2. And high in the air to left field. And Chavez appears to be there for the 3rd out. So we will play the top of the 9th with the Cavaliers up 7-0.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Hands-on programs preparing you for high-value careers so you can unlock opportunities and write your own story. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Just the skills you require for the job that requires you. Start your journey at alvincollege.edu and step into your future today with ACC.
Top of the 9th. Dolphins need 7 or more runs. They got none through the first 8 innings. And they need 7 or more, so we'll see. Nathan Ramirez here. Ramirez 0 for 3. And there is a ball high. Skelly. The 1-0. And misses. Good count here for Ramirez. 2-0. And there's a strike. Ramirez, Carpenter, and Villanueva, 6, 7, and 8. It's a bat here in the top of the 9th. And Ramirez fouls it away. Two. And Ramirez fouls it away. Dolphins likely to lose this one, and they'll have to play the loser of the next game, which is Sanjak and Tyler. Sanjak obviously a team they're very familiar with. And into the outfield, another foul ball. Dolphins have not played Tyler this year. They have played Sanjak 7 times. And Ramirez pops it up. It looks like Gillis will have the play in foul territory. They give way, and the catch is not made, as it looks like Parker Gwynn had a chance at it. So still 2-2. Dolphins went 2-5 against Sanjak this year, so not a good record against the Ravens. Sanjak was the Gators for a long time in baseball and the Coyotes in softball. Now they're the Ravens in both. And Ramirez hits it on the ground, and Stringfellow knocks it down and makes another good play. Stringfellow has put on a clinic at third, and Ramirez is out after a long at bat. That'll bring us to Hayden Carpenter. Carpenter hit a near homer in his last at bat, but ended up striking out as the fly ball to the left field foul pole was called foul. Carpenter's 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. Nobody on and 1 out here. Dolphins down to their final 2 outs. And there's a strike to Carpenter. The 0-1, and that backs Carpenter off the plate. The 1-1. Oof, misses inside once again. Nearly hits Carpenter, but he gets out of the way. Had some late break. And Carpenter pops this one up out of play. Two. Ball outside, full count to Carpenter. Three-two, and he misses. Carpenter walks. Here's Villanueva. Villanueva with one of the best hits for the Dolphins, had a double.
Shortstop Marco Villanueva.
Villanueva 1 for 3. Carpenter at first and 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And there's a strike. The 0-1. And Villanueva fouls it back. First game of the Region 14 North Tournament. Currently has Bossier Parish up 7-0, 2 outs away from victory. And a seat in the winner's bracket. And Villanueva hits it to Hall, who steps on the bag and goes to first. A double play ends the ball game. Bossier Parish wins it 7-0. And they are going to move on to the winner's bracket. Dolphins, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. Bossier Parish, 7 runs, 14 hits. They got 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th. No Dolphin had 2 hits. Ryden went 3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. Wade went 4 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, earned 3 total runs. And the big story really was McKinnon, a great job. And part of that shutout went 6 2/3 without allowing a run. And then Skelly came in, and the offense from Hall and Vidic company getting the job done. Hall went 4 for 4 with a walk and a double, scored 2 runs. Really great performance. Vidic 2 for 4 with a walk and a 2-run homer, scored 2 runs. Gillis 3 for 5. I mentioned McKinnon 6 2/3, 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and then Skelly came in 2 1/3, just 1 hit, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Dolphins had opportunities, had the bases loaded, could not score, and that is going to do it for the broadcast here. Dolphins fall. They will play tomorrow against the loser of the next game. It's going to be either Tyler or San Jack. We'll see. Other action going on. Paris and Blinn playing at Blinn, and Northeast Texas will play Wharton. We'll be keeping an eye on those games, trying to see all the action here in Region 14. Some high-quality JUCO baseball. And Bossier Parish wins at 7-0. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you tomorrow.